Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me here today as we get to talk about one of my favorite subjects, comic books. My name is Jose. I love comic books. I love talking about them. I love sharing them with you. Follow me on social media if you would like. Links are in the description below. I've also posted a link to the DC fan page where you can see plot, synopsis, and character notes on this issue here. So I decided I am going to do Geoff Johns every Tuesday. And I decided I would start with his incredible and long run on The Flash. So we are starting today with his first issue on The Flash. This is Flash Volume 2, number 164 from September of 2000. This is written by Geoff Johns. As I said, it is his first issue with a wonderful cover by Brian Boland. Brian Boland did quite a few covers on Geoff Johns' run, and Brian Boland is absolutely, positively one of the greatest comic book artists of all time. The way his style is very Ethan Van Sciver draws very similar to the way Brian Boland draws, in my opinion. Just all these hatches that he does. Brian Boland's just hatching, and he does that a lot. If you get a chance to look at Boland's interiors, whenever he does them, he's mostly a cover artist. They are absolutely amazing. So, all right. Here we go. So, here we start with an image of the Flash sort of falling. Geoff Johns is the writer, of course. Angel Unzueta is the penciler. He'll be the penciler for a few issues before Scott Collins takes over with Doug Hazelwood as the inker. So, we get here, but we don't know exactly who at this time is talking here. But we start out with a quote from Lewis Carroll, most likely from Alice in Wonderland. There were doors all around the hall, but they were all locked. And when Alice had been all the way down one side and up the other, trying every door, she walked sadly down the middle, wondering how she was ever to get out again. So, we've got, like I said here, do you know who you are? Your name, I mean. And now, all of a sudden, it must be Wally talking to himself. Because Mark Waid started a little trope with this. My name is Wally West. I'm the fastest man alive. So it was nice to see Geoff Johns kind of starting how Mark Waid sort of started every issue. Just name. So at this time, if you've been reading DC Comics in ever since the New 52, Barry Allen is back as the Flash, but during this time, Wally West was the Flash. Barry Allen was dead. He died in the Crisis on Infinite Earth, which I have covered. Give that a look if you're interested in. And Wally West assumed the mantle. So we now kind of get these police officers, these cops from Keystone City. But here is a wanted of some of the rogues, and it says deceased, and you can see them grabbing the Flash, kind of, and here's he is yelling, "I'm the Flash." So all these different rogues all kind of passed. So and so again, and we've got they look a little different. So something's up. Something's kind of going on here. This cop says, "That's right. You're the fastest man alive. Wander around Main Street during rush hour coughing up a 20-car pileup, or causing. And we lost that damned costumed crook. And, he's still kind of confused. And he slams him against the wall. Is he your partner? Did you help him kill Officer Nick Kelly, turn his guts inside out, and calls him an idiot? And Wally's confused. He's like, what the hell is going on? DC was a bit more mature than Marvel. Marvel took a long time before they said words like hell and damn and all that kind of stuff, but DC had no problems or issues. So this guy says the idiot has his name, right? Chire, I think is this cop's name, Wally West. And it says here, or he continues here. It says here he's a school teacher and a track coach in Blue Valley, Nebraska. 26 years old, no criminal record until now. And so, Flash Allison says, let's backpedal a bit. So, like I said, he's confused. He's like, hard to think straight. Remember how I got here, wherever here is. Looks like Keystone PD. Sorta. First things first. I really like this artist. Other than a few issues of X-Men and then this run on The Flash, I haven't really seen a lot of his work. I should look it up, but I really like him in The Flash, so Wally's gonna try to get out here. Says, I don't like being roughed up. I need some room to breathe, get my bearings. Outside. Love this panel, love the speed lines. Very McFarlane-esque almost. Not in the style, but just kind of the pose and the lines. And these two grab him. Where the hell do you think you're going? What the? Cops, super fast. And they're like, your partner's not here, pal. And this guy's coming over and just knees him in the groin. I love that look. Just the whoomp, and you can just see it kind of hurt him. And Flash just realizes he's slow, or at least he doesn't have his power, is most likely what it is. So this guy here is trying to take off his mask, says it won't come off. And Wally explains here, that's because it's composed of pure speed force, not polyester. Doesn't come off unless I let it. So even though my speed seems to have disappeared, as the cop tries to take, my connection to the speed force energy I tap in to that gives me my tempo isn't severed. That's good. Like the vertical panels here. And I like how Geoff Johns is kind of bringing the reader up to speed. If you've never read The Flash, you don't have to. It's a great jumping on point, and Geoff Johns is covering sort of all the basics, his power, how they work. And, he's writing this in a first-person perspective. So this, on the other hand, he says someone off panel says, take him down hard, boys. This one's got a lot of vigor. And then Wally West continues here, is not. And so says here, got to keep my cools. Don't want to make things worse. No matter where I am, I'm not going to scrap with the police. And they're like, killing a cop. Again, another vertical panel. I like vertical panels just because I don't draw them very well. So, we should shoot you now, scum, and hits him with the, whatever these things are called. Not a bat, of course. A baton? A baton, I think it is. Here, the Flash is grimacing with pain. Very Frank Miller-ish. If you take a look here, very Sin City Frank Miller-ish here. You all right, Rory? He's like, oh, what is this stuff? It came from his boots. And Flash realizes, make Rory Heatwave. So, and then he had kicked him. I'm sorry. I kind of went from, so I went from here to here, and I should have gone from here to down here. So I do apologize for that. So all right. So you know this murderer, Rory, and just the abuse of these cops here. Never seen this bum in my life. Heatwave says. And here Flash is thinking Heatwave's a crook, not a cop, right? And then here on the could be a radio TV says marks the 10th anniversary of the death of Aquaman. Oh, so it is a TV here where Atlantis saluted their deceased king and JLA member, and Flash is like Arthur, and you can see they're gonna hit him here. Good night, Wes. I like this, just showing the thing and then letting the shadow do the work, and then you can see where they hit him. Where am I? It continues. Very, absolutely great. I mean, if it gets you hooked immediately here. So, they're throwing him in a cell here. Real hothead, this one. This gray stuff smells like garbage, Rory says here. You can see it here, kind of on its boots here. You better get checked out, Rory, says the other cop. Make sure it's not gonna make you sick. These types are always some kind of narcs. So Rory kind of takes a look here. Give it to the lab rat to check out. Tell him I sent it over. So this other guy comes out, says, we got trouble. Is it Shire? Maybe Shire? I don't know. CH is ch, but you can never tell. I would say Chire. So, all right. The Thinker Stooges are at it again. 1 block north of the museum. Killed a taxi driver and his fare. A few of our rookies have already been mind capped. And we think plunderers there too. So we're sending everyone we can. So this cop's like, okay, West, I've got 2 million more important people to worry about in Keystone right now. And he slams them shut. So don't go running off anywhere. And the Flash just kind of sitting here. I like, how the heck did they get grass in here or hay? That's pretty cool. A mouse I get, but the hay there, like, what kind of a thing? And then here's the original. So is he thinking? Because of the way the panels are drawn. So legs are burning, but I can't stop. Almost got him. That looks like the original Flash here. Jay Garrick. But he looks like, it says here, you shouldn't have listened to me, Wally. Kind of like a vampire. Keystone City is mine. You shouldn't have followed me. And he's got him here, kind of like a dream of some kind. He screams up, Jay! So, great panel here, just to give like a 360. Very cool. So, and he's like, it's just a dream, just a dream. And off panel, this woman says, you're awake? About time. I've been waiting for over an hour. And then ask him if he's thirsty. And sees it's Linda. That's his wife. And he says, the name's Fiona. I'm the resident social worker for the department, Mr. West. I just want to talk. And then Flash says, she looks familiar for some reason. I trust her. Maybe more than myself right now. Still hard to concentrate. And then she asks, what's the last thing you remember? And he says, I think hard. I remember one thing. And he says, running. And he's either sweating or he splashed himself. But I really like the artist here, Angel. So Fiona continues, what are you running from? As he drinks his water. And he says, I don't run from anything. And then all of a sudden she looks evil. Of course you don't. 26-year-old single, still living with his mother. And she's writing. And he's like, seeing things, I think. And, again, cool vertical panels here. Dare I ask what the little emblem on your chest means? Where it came from? I'm guessing you don't work for Keystone Electric. And he says, it's my legacy. And right now, it's all I'm sure, all I can believe. And he keeps thinking. So, it's nice to see the Flash's kind of perspective in the whole thing. So So here comes Johns, kind of just to put in more. Um, After Mark Wade, and probably even you know what? I would say more than Mark Wade. Geoff Johns identifies with the Flash. I think Geoff Johns is the best writer um, that has ever come out of the Flash. Mark Wade, a very close second. Mark Wade had a very lengthy run, but Mark Wade didn't do it all by himself. Mark Wade had Brian Agostine um, kind of help him co-write the title for towards the end. Mark Wade did take over in the beginning. Geoff Johns really did an amazing job here. So we start off with here lightning. Most assume our emblem represents the speed we can usually travel. They're half right, but there's more than that. Jay Garrick was the first to clad himself in lightning. So this is, of course, the original Flash. Jay Garrick was the first. Oh yeah, I already read that. Back in the 1940s, Jay got caught in a lab accident. He hauled. Oh, he inhaled. Sorry, my bad here. He inhaled supercharged hard water fumes for over 12 hours. He could have died. Instead, he was granted a gift, the gift of speed. He called himself the Flash. So here's another nice vertical panel. The Native Americans believed that when their creator spirit, the Thunderbird, winked, lightning would strike. Jay had been blessed. To him, the lightning was a symbol of that blessing. So, years later, after Jay retired, a new Flash came to town. My uncle, Barry Allen, was working another long night, making up for coming in to the station late, something he did every day. But being slow changed his destiny. Barry was struck by an erratic lightning bolt. I don't think lightning bolts are erratic, but and doused in a group of electrified chemicals. Like Jay, he was granted the gift of speed, and he loved every step he took. So, Barry told me once why he put a circle behind the lightning bolt. Again, this is just Geoff Johns throwing new nuggets into it. He felt his life was finally complete. Unity, simple and to the point, just like Barry. He was a hero's hero. Up until the end, this is from, of course, Crisis. He sacrificed his life to save the world. So, and I'll never forget him for that. When I was 14, I was caught in the same freaky billion to one accident Barry was. It hurt at first, tingled, but in the end, the results were the same. Damn, was I fast. So, and there's the Kid Flash costume. Together, we took out costume crooks, saw other dimensions. It was a fairy tale come true. After Barry died, I swore to uphold his legacy. In India, lightning is the flashing of the third eye of Shiva, the light of truth. That's what this means to me, truth. It's who I really am. I. Mine's clouding up again, racing. So, Fiona speaks here. Are you going to answer the question, Mr. West? Your emblem, or kind of your emblem, like she's slowing down. And he's sweating profusely here. Room spinning, speed shifting. What's happening too? And then he sees himself. Me. And then he drops the cup of water. What did you... And then she watches him. It looks like she's smoking a cigarette now. So, just a heavy truth serum and tranquilizer. Again, looking at that big smile there. Your metabolism is breaking down faster than I'd hoped. It may be twisting your perception a bit. He's like, a bit. And she's like, I've learned enough for diagnosis. You're really quite mad. No, he says here. You're a school teacher, Mr. West. And look, she's got a tail like a demon. A felon. I've no idea where you are or where you're going. You need help. So we definitely know he's. And here's this. Oh man, this is a great image of a bat. School teacher single, and he continues thinking she's wrong. I've been a superhero business way too long to second guess myself. That's Kyle's job. Kyle would be Kyle Rayner, the Green Lantern. So, but for a little reassurance, let me check for something I never leave home without. There it is. Proof I'm not a foot short of a yard. The wedding ring, of course. The wedding band Linda gave me. So, my name's Wally West. I'm the fastest man alive. And suddenly, oh man, I'm late. I'm so dang late. That sounds like he goes to look and sees, no, it can be. It just can't. Wait. Oh, come on. Iris is going to kill me. And he recognizes him and yells out his name, Barry, meaning Barry Allen. And he yells again Barry's name here. And he thinks, illusions, the drugs, Cadabra, the key. Who's behind this? Hold it. Gotta pull myself together. Concentrate. Really concentrate. So, Geoff Johns is really setting up the stuff. We still don't know what's going on, which is great because he's building up a real good story here. We are we're learning everything as he's learning everything. We're not, even though we're you know, getting caught up with his origin, which he did a great job for new readers. Um, he's not letting us know, giving us details. Everything as he learns it, we're learning it. So, if I can access the speed for enough to shrug off these tranks and vibrate my molecules, I'll be able to face through the. And he goes and touches it, but he gets blown away or blown back. Um, he's like, no good. Here comes Heatwave. What the hell is going on here? No good at all. He continues. He rattles the cage with his baton, trying to bust out. No, Rory, listen to me for a. And then he's like, I'm gonna shove the stick so far, and then suddenly he's hit with some energy, and he's frozen. He's like, damn. No matter where I go, and he punches it. Bam. Central City, Detroit, Gateway. Gateway would be a DC. Um, Central City. Central City is supposed to be Kansas City. Gateway City, I think, is supposed to be. That's where. Uh, no, that's Coast City. I'm trying to think of what the DC equivalent is for Gateway City. I think it's supposed to be like San Diego, perhaps. So, anyway, it continues here. All cops are the same as he beheaded this guy with his punch here and kicks him. Again, all cops are the same. Stupid. And Flash says here, Captain Cold. In a bit of a fix, Flash. Ain't we? So, we get to the end of our issue. So, we end up with a nice little cliffhanger of Captain Cold busting out the Flash. So this wraps up our first issue of a lot of issues of Geoff Johns' Flash. Geoff Johns um, covered, or he did the Flash for 225 issues until, I'm sorry, not 225, until issue 225. So this is the first one. So we still have quite a few issues to go. This will be a weekly series. So we're going to do this every week. And then he took a short break and then went back and did the Flash again right before he did Flashpoint. So anyway, so Once again, Flash 164 from 2000. Thanks for listening. Like and subscribe. Bye.